Let's take a look now at Scam Nash. Scam Nash. Investing. Oh, this is his Patreon. Yeah, because let me show you. He blocked me. Tom, of course, blocked me. Let's take a look here. The account's been blocked. You see that? So think about it for a second. Tom went to the effort not only to block me on his channel, but he blocked me, I guess, through Patreon because he doesn't want me to see his fucking swindling. It's okay. It's okay. We can go through and look another way. Let's listen to what Tom has to say. This needs to stop now. And I want to just remind everyone about a typical tactic con artists use. They'll pretend that they're the good guy, kind of like Elon Musk. Oh, I'm worried about AI. Oh, okay, Elon, you can save us. You got your AI stuff going on. You understand. Google does the same thing. Tom Nash does the same thing. First of all, he tells you when he makes his video, don't click nothing. I mean, I don't know where that accent from. Is it like your Mexican accent, dude? What is that? Don't click nothing. Don't buy nothing. He posts his affiliate links to click. And then he has his Patreon, which is selling his courses, right? He's a con man. And the dumbasses on YouTube are too, they're that stupid they don't even realize what a hypocrite he is. You see, because if he tells you something, you're going to believe it, right? He's telling you, oh, okay. Folks, there's an old expression. You may have heard it before. Actions speak louder than words. You got it? Actions speak louder than words. Speaking of that, let's listen to this video here. November 12th, 2021. Tom has a clickbait video here. This needs to stop now. Okay, what needs to stop, Tom? Why don't you tell us what needs to stop?
So we got these scammers out here, the new breed of scammers trying to push shit coins. I get 15 DMs per day.
You hear that? Tom's talking about the new breed of scammers. Isn't that interesting?
Suggesting me money to promote shit coins, and I'm sure other YouTubers get the same offers, and I'm sure certain YouTubers do take up on these offers.
So you hear this? So first of all, Tom is here to tell you that all these scammers, and he's worried about them. He wants to alert everyone, right, as a way to mask his scamming. You got it? Because Tom was already whoring for FTX, you see? So first of all, he wants to tell you how he doesn't like scammers. And all these scammers pitching shit coins. How about shit exchanges, Tom? How about Ponzi scheme exchanges like FTX? You got it? New breed of scammers, he says. Can you believe this? This is what a fraud this guy is. And then he proceeds to tell you that he's getting offers and he's rejecting all the offers, right? He's a good guy. You get that? He's a good guy. He's rejecting all the offers. Really? Did you reject FTX, Tom? No, you didn't. I believe Tom was paid to pump some of these penny stocks as well. Let's go ahead and listen to more of this fraud.
Offers because it's a lot of money, and yet there's nothing, no word from the SEC, no word from the FCC, no word from NEC. At this point, I would just give it the FCC. Somebody do something about it. This can't be.
You hear that? Tom now is appealing to the regulators. He's so upset of the fraud. You understand, this is, and you can let's take a look. You can read the idiots. You want to see a bunch of idiots, take a look at the comments. Because, of course, I can guarantee you at some point someone wrote some comments about Tom, said, Tom, what are you talking about? You're fucking defrauding people. You hoard for FTX. You hoard for penny stocks. You hoard for tip ranks, the scam based in Israel. What are you talking about? Of course, Tom deleted those comments, probably blocked them. Let's take a look. You're not going to see anything but positive comments on these scammers' channels. Of course, they do that to dissuade the idiots who think that you can trust online comments, online reviews. Because people are too stupid, they want to seek validation of someone based upon what some fucking stranger supposedly wrote or supposedly said. That's how stupid the masses have become. To trust some fucking person out there who might be posting a review or a comment based in India or the Philippines, paid to do so, right? Oh, well, everyone's saying a lot of good things about him. Yeah, because he deletes all the bad comments. See, look at this. Tommy Rock, you're a legend. You see that? Big respect to you, Tom, for not taking the easy money. I mean, this shows you how stupid the people are on YouTube. And this is an incentive for scammers. Why do you think YouTube is filled with scammers and scams? This proves it. This proves it right here. You see that? Let's take a look. See if we got any. It's possible some realistic comments slip through the filter, but I doubt it. Let's see. Yeah. Let's get this message to go viral. You see, so Tom, he wants to come out and pretend like he's the policeman. And this offends me. This offends the fuck out of me as the real fucking policeman out there who's been doing this shit, exposing scams and scammers for 20 fucking years. And Tom comes out now, the scam artist, the liar, the guy who told everyone he's a former Wall Street analyst, a former senior Wall Street analyst who worked at a top 4 Wall Street firm. The fraud, the liar, the scammer. He wants to pretend like he's worried about people getting scammed, and he wants you to take this message and make it go viral. Why? So he can lure in more subscribers to defraud. You got it? You see how disgusting, what a disgusting piece of fucking trash this guy is? Tom Nash needs to go to fucking jail. Or worse. Use your imagination. Let's listen to more of this fucking fraud. So I'm breaking this down so you guys can understand the mindset of a fraud, a con man, how they operate. You understand? This is how these fraudsters operate. You know, I got my first lesson in this deviant psychology, which I had no idea existed when I began working on Wall Street. I have been able to spot all these fraudsters because I know now how devious minds operate. And over the years, of course, exposing more of these guys, I've expanded my knowledge. So that's why I'm showing you this. If you guys didn't catch all this because this is the first time I'm seeing this, basically. I just now saw this message. This is comment by Tom. It's pretty obvious what he's trying to do. And a lot of these con men will do that. They'll pretend like they're the good guy, right? When they're defrauding people, they'll call out frauds. And they do that because, notice he's basically saying, yeah, spread this message. Because he wants to lure more stupid people so he can defraud them. You see? It's kind of the thing where most people fall for something that somebody advocates. Let's say, for instance, if you're a scammer, one of the things you're going to do, maybe, let's say, is you're going to say, in the Federal Reserve, right? In the Fed, they're evil. And then people are going to follow you. Oh, yeah, I like you, yeah. The vast majority of these people that say in the Fed are scammers. They pump gold. They scam with gold, other precious metals, penny stock promoters, cryptocurrencies. You understand. So just because somebody is telling you something that's true, don't think that that person that's telling you, the messenger, don't think that that messenger is legit, is honest. You understand? And in Tom's case, you can see he's trying to fool people in order to attract more sheep into his fucking slaughterhouse. And just read the comments. All these stupid idiots have fallen for it. You see? Just read it. Tom is the only real one left. I mean, can you believe some of this nonsense? This shows the utter stupidity of YouTube, of the people. Now you know why I say 99% of the audience of YouTube is complete fucking idiots, completely mentally retarded fucking morons. The dumbest fucking audience of any platform in the world. Take a look. All you have to do is read the comments from these scammers. The channels, the scammer channels. Just read the comments of the stupid fucking people. I mean, can anyone refute what I'm saying? You can't. It's impossible. Can't do it. It's proof positive right there. Right there. Remember, this is a guy, Tom Nash, who won't even tell you his real name. Why? Because he's got something to hide, folks. People who don't tell you their real name are always hiding from something. That's fact. Anyone who believes anything that somebody says who's anonymous, if you believe that, you're a fucking idiot. Especially somebody hiding their name. And we know now why Tom is hiding his name. Because he knew he was going to defraud people. He knew he was going to make up lies about his past. If you knew his real name, you could check into it, right? You understand. And you still have people following this fucking dirty rat. This dirty rat fucking parasite. Let's listen to more.
I mean, we have this wild, wild west jungle where these coins only exist because other people promote them. If they take away the promotion from these coins, they're worthless. The only reason they're worth something is because they're hyped, these YouTubers and social.
And notice, of course, Tom, think about it, folks. FTX was a platform that allowed all these shit coins. You got it? Remember that. FTX was a platform that bought, sold, allowed you to buy and sell and promoted all the shit coins that Tom is railing over. You understand? This guy is a total fraud. And I'm showing this now because he's going to remove this video, by the way. He's going to see this stream, and he's going to remove this video, and you all are seeing this now. Okay, and I'm going to download this video and save it.
Social media influencers fucking hate these guys. You
hear that? He fucking hates these influencers. You hear that? What do you think this guy is? What do you think this guy is? Are you kidding me? How stupid are you fucking people out there? Honestly, these people that follow these fake investment gurus, I can't tell you what I'd like to happen to them. I mean, how disgusted, how fucking, because we're talking about a different level of stupidity. We're talking about a level, not only that, they actually empower the fraudsters. I consider them facilitators of the fraudsters. To some extent, they're just as bad as the fraudsters. You see? Because they're a cult. They're in a cult that will come out and they'll tell you that you're wrong about Tom Nash. They'll actually come out and tell you that. You see that? They'll support these frauds like they're God. You see that? That's why these people that fall for the fraudsters like Tom Nash and Meet Kevin and so on and so forth, I wish very bad things to happen to them. They're gonna lose their ass. It's guaranteed. Down the road. They're not going to see it now. You know, everyone's a genius in a bull market. Right? Everyone's a genius in a bull market. But we saw kind of a inning one what can happen back in 2022. And I could tell you right now, the worst hasn't come yet. I can tell you that right now. There's going to be a fucking enormous blowout at some point. I'm not going to discuss when I think that's going to happen because really no one can tell into the future. But there's certain things I'm looking for. There's certain things that are telltale signs, without a doubt. Some of the telltale signs, by the way, which enabled me to predict the collapse in 2022, I started warning people about a bubble in late 2020. And I said there's 1 to 2 more years left before it collapses, before it blows up. That's right. That was in my research. So I know how to spot these things. And I can tell you, I'd be pretty surprised if we don't have, at some point, a complete blowout like we saw in the dot-com collapse. And the reason why I say that is because there's so much fucking horseshit and dumb money and stupidity out there that this is the way things work in the world, is that there will be a clearing out of the system, a massive clearing out of the system. If you think 2022 was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. And when it happens, only then are the people going to realize the truth. They're going to realize they can't beat the S&P index long term. They're going to realize all these guys on YouTube are fraudsters and scammers. They don't know their head from their ass. They're just pitching the latest hot stock. And most of these people aren't going to ever invest again. Many of them won't have any money. The others will be so emotionally distraught, so depressed, they'll never invest again. Write it down. It's going to happen. I can't tell you when, but it will happen. And it will happen, well, once again, I can spot, I think, there's certain signs you can tell. We're already starting to kind of, to some degree, get into this little bit of a bubble mode, early stages, a little bit. And you can tell, actually, I mean, one way to tell is just take a look and see how Cathie Wood's ARK investment has done recently. If it's starting to do well, then you know. I mean, for me, it's more of a confirmatory signal. I don't look at that and say that, but I kind of laugh when I see it. It's like, yep, confirmation. You can tell there's a lot of bullshit flying in the air now. Keep in mind, folks, by the way, when you have this fraudster, Tom Nash, this parasitic, dirty rat, this fucking rodent who was pumping NVIDIA all these years, didn't talk about NVIDIA. You know why? Because NVIDIA wasn't the stock promoted all through the media like Tesla was, like Cathie Wood and her fucking dog shit stocks were. Once Tom Nash realized, oh, okay, NVIDIA is the hot stock now that everyone's into, I'm going to start promoting NVIDIA so I can get a lot of views and subscribers to lure into my fucking scam. You know, the scam where he pretends to be an expert when he's a completely clueless fucking idiot. Remember, he promoted NVIDIA right towards the top. And now you got a lot of dumb money in NVIDIA. Why do you think NVIDIA hasn't done a whole lot lately? Because there's a lot of dumb money in NVIDIA now. Okay? When stocks get a lot of dumb money in them, it's often not so great. In fact, soon after Tom pumped NVIDIA for the first time, the stock collapsed by 25% within days. That's right. You can look it up. NVIDIA collapsed within days after Tom pumped them for the first time and told you never had to work again if you bought NVIDIA. You can look into it for yourself if you don't believe me. It collapsed by about 25%. Okay? When you've got idiots like Tom Nash promoting a stock, it's not a good thing for that stock. Okay? Because you're getting in a lot of stupid money. Let's go ahead and listen to the rest of this.
It is what it is. Put some prison terms. Put some people in prison. People who do that, put them in prison for a few years. I guarantee you, there's not going to be any more shitcoin promoters on the internet.
You hear that? So ask yourself the question, was Tom Nash promoting shitcoins? Of course he was. He was promoting FTX, the Ponzi scheme FTX, which allowed people to buy and sell shitcoins. So, Tom, you're going to put yourself in prison? You believe you should go to jail. You just said it right there. You understand, folks? Tom is pretending to be some type of good guy, police guy. He's a fraud. He's a scammer.
Put people in prison. Where's the SEC? Put some charges on these motherfuckers. These people out here on YouTube promoting this shit, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids buy that because they think it's a legit investment, lose all their money. They prey on the elderly. They play on the weak.
You hear that? Tom's explaining what he does when he's pumping all these penny stocks and all this bullshit. You hear that? Tom's admitting what he does.
They prey on the kids, people who are in financial trouble and need a way to get out. They prey on the people in their weakest spot.
You hear that, folks? Think about that. No one can ever say that Tom Nash doesn't have the intent to defraud people. He understands who he's preying on. He understands what he's doing. Let's listen to that again. Let's take a look at something here. Let's take a look at his channel. Let's take a look at the clickbait titles that show you he's preying on the desperate, the young, the elderly. Let's take a look.
And need a way to get out. They prey on the people in their weakest spot. They're scammers. They're garbage. They're pretty much the juice that drips from the garbage bag at the bottom before you throw it out. This is literally what I think of these people. But this is not a video about them. This is a video about the regulators. Now, the regulators have one job. The only thing they do, literally...
You see that? You see that, folks? You see that, how he's preying on the greedy, desperate people to make a lot of money? 1,700% profit! 1,300% profit! 440% millionaire! A once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity is here. You see that? You see that? Isn't that quite ironic how Tom is calling for prison time for people who exploit desperate, stupid, young, old people. Take a look at what Tom is doing. Take a look. How anyone could become a millionaire through investing. There you go. Buy these 6 stocks again and never work again. Losing money in the stock market? Try this. He's got a solution for you. Stock market apocalypse just started. Yes, Tom's calling for a stock market collapse. He was calling for one at the beginning of the year as well. Notice how Tom now, he's quoting other people. But Tom was making these same quotes before. Turning $4 into $277 by doing nothing. Think about that, folks. Isn't this kind of like, how to make passive income? I'm going to show you how to make passive income, right? You don't need any money. You don't need to do anything. You can be stupid. He's going to make you wealthy. I mean, because if $4 can become $277,000, right? Then clearly $16 can make you over $1 million, right? $16 can make you over, what is it, 1.1 million? You understand? And if $16 can make you 1.1 million, $32 can make you 2.2 million by doing nothing. Clickbait horseshit. Look at this. The next 48 hours in the stock market will make millionaires. You see that? And once again, you're going to have stupid idiots that are so fucking stupid, they don't realize they're stupid. It's called Dunning-Kruger. They think that they're competent. Why do you think people are broke? People are broke for specific reasons. Because they're fucking stupid and they do stupid things. And they fall for scammers. And they're greedy. You got it? If Tom was being honest, he'd have a channel showing you how to scam people, doing what he's doing. You got it? Listen to what Tom is saying, right? And now look at the videos that he pumps out.
Any more shitcoin promoters on the internet? Put people in prison. Where's the SEC? Put some charges on these motherfuckers. These people out here on YouTube promoting this shit, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids buy that because they think it's a legit investment, lose all their money. They prey on the elderly, they play on the weak, they prey on the kids, people who are in financial trouble and need a way to get out. They prey on the people in their weakest spot. They're scammers.
So, making videos with the title, Buy These Stocks in 2024 and Never Work Again, that's not preying on desperate people, right? You see? Why? You understand, folks? Tom Nash is obviously a fraudster. He knows what he's doing. He knows he's defrauding people. He knows he's lying. He knows the people that he is targeting. He's a scumbag. He needs to go to jail. He needs to go to prison.
They're garbage. They're pretty much the juice that drips from the garbage bag at the bottom before you throw it out. This is literally what I think of these people. But this is not a video about them. This is a video about the regulators. Now, the regulators have one job. The only thing they do, literally, is just fucking regulate. Watch out for people like that. And yet, it's been a year of this garbage, and no word from any authority talking about this. It's like they don't give a shit, because the people who lose are the weak people. Like, they don't give a shit that the people who, because, who loses on these? Kids, elderly, people in financial trouble. It's like the whole Squid Game thing, right? People nobody gives a shit about. I bet you if some rich dude would have lost a shit ton of money in one of those crypto scams, they would have done something about it. But they won't. So, at this point, I feel like we have to raise a voice. We have to raise awareness to this. I'm going to do a video. I hope other people do a video. I hope we share this and, get it out there. The only way they're going to move their ass and actually do some legislation is if we push them to. And the only way to do that is right away.
You hear that, folks? You hear that? Why don't you all push the people, push others to go to the regulators to take down these fraudsters? Think about it. Tom Nash, who was a paid whore for FTX. FTX was promoting shitcoins, right? Defrauding people. Complete fucking scam. Tom Nash, Meet Kevin, Andre Jick, Graham Stephan, Jeremy Lefebvre, some of these other people that were promoting, they were paid whores for FTX. Nothing happened to them. Nothing. Nothing happened to them. You had a two-bit fucking law firm, parasitic law firm, the Moskowitz Group in Miami. The Moskowitz firm, bunch of fucking lightweight parasites. Their entire intent from day one was just to get settlements. Were they really trying to go after these frauds? No. They wanted to get a quick payday, and they got just a little bit of money. Graham Stephan paid just $2,000 or $3,000, for instance. I forgot, the rest of these guys, they didn't pay anything relative to the money that they made. Think about that. They didn't even have a civil penalty, not to mention a criminal penalty from the regulators. Nothing happened to these guys. Folks, something's got to be done. And Tom Nash now is coming out telling you about all the fraudsters. He wants to tell you that they need to go to jail. Regulators aren't doing anything. He's the exact guy that needs to go to jail. The regulators need to go after this guy. Can you believe this shit? And what do you have on his channel? Everyone's telling Tom he's a hero. He's the only real one. Look at this. I mean, this is like comical. It's so insane. Shows you how stupid the people are. This is funny. Look at this. This would be, it's already against the law to not disclose paid promotions. And he talks about YouTubers, right? And the FTC going after these guys for not disclosing paid promotions. It's funny because Tom was already involved in promoting FTX and he didn't disclose it. Isn't this ironic? You see, this was posted probably 3 years ago, so it was before the FTX fallout. Amazing. It's remarkable. You can't even make this shit up. No one's going to believe you if you make it up.
Rate awareness. Rate awareness. You know what? Fuck it. Rate awareness. Rate awareness. Hashtag rate awareness. Just, share it. Let's try to get our voice going, because this is just ridiculous. I'm not willing to accept this anymore. It's a reality. I'm not going to wake up.
Tom's not going to accept this anymore. He's going to go ahead and defraud him for himself. He's going to accept money from FTX to pitch FTX, which promotes all the shit coins, including Bitcoin. You see that? And he's going to promote his bullshit scams. He's going to lie about who he is, lie about his credentials, complete fraudster. Tom deserves something really bad to happen to him. He deserves that. He really deserves something really bad. This is a completely disgusting negative morality, not zero, negative morality person. Money worshiping parasite. That's what this guy is. He worships money so much, he will lie to your face. He will, like he's doing here, he will actually call out criminals. And he does the same thing. He pretends that he's not doing the same thing. Can you believe this?
Number one, I was working solely with FTX US. That is not the company currently involved in liquidation proceedings. That's FTX.com. I have nothing to do with that company. I've never worked with them. I've never spoken to them. FTX US was the only company I work with, and they're 100% operational. You can buy, you can sell crypto, you can pull your money out, you can put your money in. Nothing is going on with FTX US. It's 100% absolutely fine. Go and find somebody who's ever worked in the financial industry, an analyst, somebody who worked in the trading floor, anybody with actual trading or investing experience, anybody from Wall Street that you can get a hold of, and ask them, how do you know that somebody's a clown, a buffoon, and is a fake? If they mention PE, this is exactly what it is. If somebody mentions to you PE, that means they've never worked a day in their life on Wall Street or in any sort of investment capacity, because nobody is using PEs in the industry, literally nobody. And if you hear somebody talk about PEs, that's like an immediate kind of giveaway. You know that they're just, bullshitting. They're not from the industry. It's an irrelevant metric, and you can ask any investment professional, they'll tell you that. The only people who talk about PEs are little boys on the internet who pretend to be value investors. That's how you know they're fucking fake. Simple as that. Just check me on this. The only metric that people in the industry actually use as far as multiples is price to sales. Nobody uses PE. Trust me, it's just nonsense. So we got these scammers out here, the new breed of scammers, and yet there's nothing, no word from the SEC, no word from the FTC, no word from NEC. At this point, I would just give it the FCC. Somebody do something about it. This can't be. I mean, we have this wild, wild west jungle, these YouTubers and social media influencers. Fucking hate these guys. Put some prison terms. Put some people in prison. People who do that, put them in prison for a few years. Put people in prison. Where's the SEC? Put some charges on these motherfuckers.
Keep this in mind. And if you don't know this, I suggest you fucking spend the time to look into it. Easily one of the top investment analysts in the world. I'm probably the best. It's difficult to prove I'm the best, right? But easily one of the best. Ask yourself, somebody in my status, my stature, my realm, who else is going to go out and expose these fucking little minions fraudsters? Who's going to do that? Who's going to do that? Nobody. Nobody else. terms of getting back as an investor, if it's coming down to here, almost irrespective of what's going on, I have to believe, if I have to make a call in advance, and of course I can change depending on what happens, but I have to believe this is where you want to start doing that 18, 17, around there. Their earnings report is a complete game changer, at least for quite a while. Bottom line, NVIDIA now is going to enter the realm of Tesla, Apple, and all these other big, I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works. I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works.